All right, break time is over. Time to get back to work here. And we're going to continue by adding our pages. So we're going to go into add new. And we're going to make sure that we've got what pages we need here. Open it up in a separate window. We're going to need make a total commitment. Again, we want to make sure that we're selecting the members sidebar as we create these. And we're also going to want to make sure that we select the members from the parent menu. It's going to make sure that our link is right. Accelerate your learning. Members, publish. Now, gather your resources. Members. Publish. Nothing too exciting about this part. Almost done here. Work. I also call this disciplined activity instead of work, but just going to keep it simple for now. We can always go back and change this later. Just a couple more. You know what? Did I turn on the... Oh, check that out. Messed up again. Oh, should I just sit here and wait? No, I think I'll keep going. We only had a few minutes. Next time you guys need to remind me. That way I know. All right. Publish. Now, we also need our webinars page. And it's going to go under members. And make sure that it's got the right sidebar. Easy to forget these little details, but when you go back and check, you'll figure it out. You'll say, oh, that's right, I should have done that, and you'll make sure to check that. No big deal. And actually, we're going to call this Productivity Podcast. We're going to go back to the webinars. We're going to call it Productivity Webinar. Sounds nicer to me. And the Facebook group we will create later. So now we're going to go back to our menus. And you can see this is the more one. I'm just going to add a placeholder now of a custom link. And I'm going to just put Facebook for the time being. I'll say the Skyrocket Productivity Facebook group. I'm going to add a new We're going to add the webinars and the podcast too. All right, that menu is complete. We're going to finish out the members menu now. And really simple, we're just going to add in the number. And now you'll notice with the XMember Pro, started with the pre-launch analysis, and then I did under pre-launch analysis for the menu, I put a sub-menu for all of the others. Well, I'm going to do the same thing with this so that it just kind of separates it so that they know that this is a bit different. So the first thing you do is you align with your purpose. You then make a total commitment. You accelerate your learning. You gather your resources. You schedule ruthlessly. You work. And you nourish and defend. And we're going to save that. I'm going to go back up in here to members. And that doesn't have the sidebar set yet. So as you can see, there's a lot of backtracking, but you know, it's just part of the design process. And also the fact that the video is in the way. All right, perfect. Now you can see we've got a nice little menu coming up over here. And I don't like how the Facebook group is showing up. I think it's a bit redundant for the Skyrocket productivity. So we'll just take that out. Makes it real simple. Keeps everything on one line. Boom. Webinars, podcast group, contact, you know, you can go here, shows you can get around the different places now. It's looking an awful lot like XMember Pro, isn't it? Yes, but guess what? Not everybody that signs up for your page is going to know what XMember Pro looks like, you know, whatever market you're in. And there's ways that you can change this and stylize your you know, sidebar and your members area to make it something that's closer to what you want. But you can definitely see a pattern. The reason why I use this template is because it makes it super simple. It's clean. It's clear cut. It works well across all browsers, on mobile, tablets. It's just a wonderful way to present the information. I do want to change one thing as I'm looking at this. I say the white to white background. I'm not too much of a fan of that, and so I'm just going to go in here and just give it a little bit of a contrast here. Just a tad. We'll save that and exit. So now you can see there's a bit of a contrast between the background and the members page. Okay, so now that we have all of those pages set up, it is time to put all of these into there. Oh, you know what we forgot? We forgot the Wake Up. The Supercharged Wake Up routine. Of course, how could we forget that? Put that in the members, add the sidebar, publish. Go back to appearance, menus, and go back to the members. We'll add the Supercharged Wake Up routine. And we will go ahead and change this to say the bonus Supercharged Wake Up routine. Save. Check it out, see how it looks. Might be on two lines. So just for the menu option, I like to keep the menu just as simple as possible. Few words, very few words, they'll know where to go. That should work. Yes, the bonus wake up routine. Boom. Oh yes, this is a nice little course coming together very, 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 very nicely. What we're going to do now is we are going to go back to our pages and finish putting out this members area. So we're going to go and edit it with Cornerstone. So we've got getting started, boom, align with your purpose, boom. Now this makes it super, super simple. We're going to create one for make a total commitment. And for that, what do you think of when you think of making a commitment? You think of a handshake, maybe. Well, I'll eventually get a hang of these windows. I've only been using a computer since I was 5 years old. Okay. Handshake. Oh, yes. Perfect. I like this one. Let's make it a PNG. It's already going to be white. Download it at 128. There it is. Going to open that with Photoshop. Going to go back in and I'm going to close out of some of these. Again, folks, this is live. I'm just going to make that invisible. Put in a handshake. And we definitely want to change the color of the background layer as we're going through the rainbow myriad of colors. Let's give it a golden look. I A little bit more. Will that be a good enough contrast? Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. So we'll make sure that this is centered. I think that looks pretty good. Save that and shake. One thing I love that we have that WP Smush It installed. So when we go in here and we've got our block grid item 1 and we upload this, doesn't always add the link again. Maybe I'll keep myself down here. Maybe that's a little bit better. Anyway, go back to text. Copy. Paste that for the link. One of the cool things that I do, I don't believe I showed it in the X theme, is make sure that you put a line between these. It makes it much easier to see the difference. And the easy way to do that is just go into your elements, find your line, and then in between, add that line in there. It's just a real faint line, and it just keeps them broken up so that you know that this text goes with this image. So we got make a total commitment. Now we're going to accelerate your learning. So let's see what's a good learn one. Oh, that's very studious. Accelerate your learning. What's a good one? Guess this looks good. PNG 128. Open with Photoshop. Bring it in. Put it there. Whoops. Hide that guy. All very bright colors. Might be able to darken it up some. Yes, I like that a lot better. Some colors are just too bright for the white on that, and I'd like to keep with the white. Icon. Save that as learn. JPEG. Save. Pop back in here. Well, I believe there's some members in here. And we'll copy that. Should be accelerate your learning. Nice. Very nice. To show the way. Looks like we've got a bit of a visual thing. There we go. That looks better. All right, now we are on to gathering your resources. Ooh, perfect. Time, money, that's what we're talking about with resources. Very important resources. Plus he's got a tie on, he's ready to work. Gonna open him with Adobe Photoshop, pull him on in. Put them in the middle. Change your color of the background. He looks like he needs to go that way. All right, so we're going to call this resources. Now, if you have actual images that you would like to use, this is a perfect time. You don't have to use icons. This is just a way for me, you got to get something in. You got to get it quick. So you're just going to put in what you got where you got it. But I think it's turning out pretty nicely. Easy to use icons. skyrocketproductivity.com/members/gather your resources. And copy this link. Paste it. Nice. What are we up to now? We are up to, well, we're up to schedule ruthlessly. That sounds so harsh. Maybe I can come up with something else that sounds better than schedule ruthlessly. We'll see. Schedule, maybe calendar would be better. Yeah, we'll just go with the popular one. Looks good to me. 128. Open with Photoshop. Pull it in. Put it on top. Center it. It's going to be a... that's a really deep blue. I don't know if that's going to match or not. I'll go back. Not for sure I'm a big fan of that blue. Or that blue. Maybe it's just that. Maybe we need to go into like bluish purple. Oh yes, that looks great. Scheduling is a royal task. That's a really weird purple too. How about, no, stick to schedule. Stick to schedule sounds better. I like that. It looks good too. I love the colorfulness of it. It's very good. While we're thinking, we're gonna make sure to open this and edit it in Cornerstone and change schedule ruthlessly to something that is a little more friendly and merciful. You want to stick to the schedule, but you know things come up that pull you away from your productivity that you got to deal with. So it's just the way it is. Okay, so I believe, yes, I need to make sure that I have the right one then. Stick to schedule. Whoa. Let's get back on track. Save that. And then hit the page. Members. We're going to go to schedule ruthlessly. We're going to add that. We're going to call that stick to schedule. Much, much friendlier. Then we've got work. I like this. It's like a forward motion. Sprinting, I guess is what it's called. Open that in Photoshop. Close out of these other ones that are in the way at the moment. And pull sprint in there. I bet the color experts will get on me for the color, choice of colors. But you know what? I can always go back and change them later, depending on, what exactly I'm going for. Okay. Wow, this is looking really sharp. I might be biased. Yeah, I'll go and say I'm biased. So lastly, we got nourish and defend. And of course, we also have our webinars, the wake up routine, podcast Facebook group. So we'll do nourish and defend, then we'll take another break and let the video render. So we'll do an apple. Nice. And this one we will do smaller because there are going to be two icons. One will be our apple. Just for fun. I kind of like that. We'll keep that in mind. And we'll also bring in the, let's do a shield. One's nourish, one's defend. I like this too. You can see why they're popular because they're very iconic in their design. No pun intended. I think this will work perfectly. Yes. And I will change the color. So I think I want to go with a no. What haven't we used yet? I guess this is a good color. Yeah, I like that. We'll save that as nourish. Back. And perfect. Copy. Paste. Well, I guess that didn't work quite like I had hoped. Let's try that again. Do this the right way. There we go. We'll save that. We're going to need to add a line underneath it. Then we've got the wake up routine, the webinars, the productivity podcast, the Facebook group, and that'll be it. We'll just put those last four in. But first, we'll take a break.